video is sponsored by Vista Solutions and Compliance Systems, Inc.
Hi, I'm Tony Garritano, founder of Progress in Lending Association, and thank you for joining me for another edition of our Video Insights. As usual, we're going to start you off with our straight talkers, Gudobba and Greg Smith. Last time they talked to you a little bit about the history of paperless processing. This time they're going to take it even further. They're going to talk to you a little bit about where they see e-mortgage adoption in the mortgage industry today. Here's what they have to say.
Well, if you look at the industry definition right now, e-mortgage is something that is a mortgage that's created from beginning to end all electronically. Are we there today? Not completely. And you have to look at it from two phases. You certainly have the application or origination phase, and you have the closing phase. There's been a lot of work done around the application phase because you're able to send disclosures out electronically. You're able to capture that information. You're able to capture supporting information for that loan. You're able to build something that people could use to analyze that process to approve the loan. Now, once it's approved, closing is another big hurdle. And that's a hurdle because you have many different title agents and settlement agents, and it's going to be a process. If you don't control that whole process, you're always going to be doing some electronic and some paper for some time.
Well, you know, Roger, it's interesting you say that. You know, if we look at our customers, and they're at different stages. Some of them are just entering the paperless world in a big way. Some of them have been there for a long time. But one of the things that's consistent as I look at all our customer base is they're all looking for a path to go to the next step. And that next step might be electronic disclosures. It actually might be the closing table. But everyone wants to know that they're on a path that they can go to the end state e-mortgage. And, you know, as we've done surveys and others have done surveys, there's a lot of question of how long will it take for us to get a material adoption of e-mortgages. We don't know, but we do know that there's a lot of our clients and a lot of others out there are ready for that to happen when it will.
Well, and I go back to look at when we first started creating electronic documents. I agree, return on investment is a big factor in here. But if all you're trying to do is determine whether I'm going to save $1 a loan, you're looking at it for the wrong reasons. You're trying to improve the process and improve the quality of that process.
Good point.
E-Sign Systems, Fiserv and Global DMS.
At a recent conference, we caught up with Rich at MDA Lending Solutions, and we put him on the spot. We asked him what is the most pressing concern for lenders today. As we all know, there are a lot of issues, but according to Rich, the #1 issue that lenders face today is this.
The most pressing industry problem today, given all the regulatory changes as well as some of the quality changes, is really the ability to assess individual loan quality, to better underwrite, to better evaluate the collateral, and to get best execution as you look to move a loan to the investor community. So by taking some technology tools, whether it be fraud detection up front in the process or taking advantage of some automated underwriting technologies and platforms, also looking at different ways to value the collateral that's in place. So the actual real estate itself, by making sure you can put additional quality checks in that don't necessarily need to take a lot of time or cost a lot of money, but definitely help to evaluate that property as well as the loan that you're underwriting. And I think then taking the closed loans and giving the investors the ability to evaluate those loans on an individual as well as a pool basis. There are several technology platforms out there that allow you to do that and allow you to evaluate the score both from a credit, collateral, and capability of risk standpoint. So these are the things that I think would be most beneficial as you look at those problems.
This video is sponsored by Next Level Advisors and The Turning Point.
We may not run into you like we did Rich at a conference, but that doesn't mean we don't want to hear what you have to say. So email us your questions, fax us your questions, whatever, and our Chief Strategy Officer, the founder of Next Level Advisors, Michael Hammond, will answer your questions in Asked and Answered.
Today's question is, how can we improve our sales presentation? One of the first things, whether it's a PowerPoint, whether it's an executive overview, one of the mistakes that a lot of companies make is they focus so much on them, who they are, what they do. And I understand they're trying to build credibility, but the problem is they make the presentation, let's say it's 20 slides, 15 slides about their company. It's what I call beating your hands on the chest. And at the end of the day, you've got to ask yourself, what's in it for the prospect? So I would change that around and really focus on what are the needs of the prospects? What are the challenges that they're encountering right now in the industry? What are the things that are most important to them? And if you focus your sales presentation on your prospect and their specific needs, you're going to have much greater success than trying to beat your hands on your chest and say, we do this, we've been in business for 50 years, we have this innovation, we've won that award. All of that can be summed up in the last slide or two of your presentation. But focus on the prospect, and that's one surefire way to improve your sales presentation.
Before I leave you, I want to share with you some numbers in our By the Numbers section. My good friend Jeff Lebowitz of Mortec shared with me some really promising information for 2011. IT spending among the mortgage industry is expected to come in at $4.11 billion this year. That's a big number. Actually, it's 15% higher as compared to spending in 2010. With origination volumes expected to decrease by 40% this year, the fact that spending is going to go up is good news. Hopefully, lenders will spend in the right ways. They'll spend on technology that helps them further business strategies, that helps them remain compliant, and that helps them better serve the borrower. At least that's our hope. With that, this edition of Video Insights comes to a close. Until next time, so long.